So now what we need to do is that we need to work on the registration form. And the good news is that we don't need to repeat a lot of things, because we already have the login form, and we can use the login form and edit that login form to create a registration form. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to create here a new file called register.html, and I'm going to copy the entire code from the login. So from the login, I'm going to copy this code, the entire page, and then I'm going to paste it in the register. However, we need to edit many things. First, let me save everything, and let me head on over to the browser, and here I'm going to say register.html. If I say register.html, it's going to display the login form. So we need to change this login form to be the registration form. So here, instead of saying login, I'm going to say register. And then I'm going to give it here, here first I'm going to change the login to register. I'm going to say register. And for the registration form, we need first to change the ID. So the form is going to be register form or registration form. Let's say register form, just for the sake of keeping the word small and short. So here for the registration form, we need an email, we need a password, we need confirmation for the password, and we also need the user name. Therefore, I'm going to copy the email, and then I'm going to paste it above. But instead of saying email, I'm going to say name. So this is going to be the name. And I'm going to say the input type text, the class is form control, the ID is going to be register name, and the name is going to be name. The placeholder is name. The second input is email, and then here type text, class form control, and then ID is register email. The name is email, and the placeholder is email. The third input is the password. The only thing that we need to change is here the ID. So the ID is going to be register password. We also need to copy the password, and then we need to paste it below it. And we need to say, instead of password, I'm going to say confirm or password confirmation. I'm going to say confirm password. Confirm password. So the type is password, the class is form control, the ID is register confirm password. The name is confirm password or password confirmation. Let's say confirm password. I'm going to say confirm password, and the placeholder is confirm password. Now the tricky part is the button. The button is going to say register, and the ID is register button, register BTN. On the other hand, the link is going to say login URL, and here I'm going to say here, do you have an account? Do you have an account? And then login. So if the user has an account, then they can log in. Let me save and let me show you how this would look like in the browser. So as you can see, this is how it's going to look like. However, we need to fix the design and make it look like the login form. As you can see, the login form looks like this, which looks amazing. We need to replicate this and apply the same design to the register or the registration form. So I'm going to head on over to CSS. We have the style.css, and then I'm going to add here a comment. I'm going to say register, and then Let's start with the registration form. I'm going to say register form. So the design is going to be similar to the login. Therefore, there is no need to type the code again. We can copy the code from here. We can copy this code and paste it here. And let me save. And let me show you how this would look like. So now, as you can see, it looks like this. Now we need to work on the other elements. So the other elements are the buttons and the inputs. So for the inputs, we need to say register form input, and the code would be the same as the input that we had in the login. So I'm going to copy this code and then I'm going to paste it here. Next, we need to work on the login button and the we need to work on the registration button and also the login URL. So here we need to say register form, and then we have here this register btn. So I'm gonna say here register btn, and the code is going to be similar to this. We can copy this code. And lastly we have the login. We have the login URL, which has an ID called login URL. So for the login URL, I'm just going to say register form login URL, and the code again is just this line of code. It's just the color. The color is orange, and we will be good to go. So let me save and let's see how this would look like. So as you can see, it looks extraordinarily amazing, and we have the design that looks just similar, if not exact, to the login. So the login, this is the login, and this is the registration. They are the same, and they just look amazing, and the elements aligned perfectly, especially the registration button. It's aligned perfectly with the inputs.